3 to the terrifying story of Cinderella. So the prince in this story puts out 3 nights of traps in order to kidnap Cinderella. Well, the first night he actually chases her and ends up making it all the way back to her house, but she ducks herself into the chicken coop and he can't find her. Night 2 is a full repeat of the first night. Night 3 of this festival, she's wearing an even more beautiful dress than the other 2 dresses before, but the prince got a little smart this time. Covers all of the palace stairs in pitch. It's like a sap. It causes one of her golden slippers to slip off as she darts away. And the next day, he started on his journey to find the slipper's rightful owner. Here's where the story gets so dark. Well, he arrives at Cinderella's house and she is nowhere to be found. However, the stepsisters are just itching to put on this slipper. The first stepsister puts on the slipper and realizes it doesn't fit. Unfortunately for her, her big toe was just a little bit too large. So instead of just owning up to this, she cuts off her big toe. Comes back with the slipper on her foot and the prince is overjoyed. He was on his way taking her back to the castle whenever he looks down and notices that the shoe is filling with blood. Realizing that this was not in fact the girl from the ball, he's like, hold up, and takes her back to the house. He heads back to the house and has the younger sister then try on the slipper. For her, it wasn't her big toe. It was her heel that was too big. So she decides to practice plastic podiatry and just cuts off her heel. And people can be crazy, but a little bit weird that it happened twice in the same home. So the prince just assumed the best and tried to take off with his new girl. Once he saw the blood on her shoe, he was pissed. So he goes back and demands, asking if there's any other girls within the house. This is when our girl Cinderella comes out, tries on the slipper, boom, perfect fit. Of course, she leaves, they live happily ever after, but the story isn't over yet. Cinderella's stepsisters actually decide to attend the wedding as a good gesture, but honestly, it seems like they just wanted to get on the new queen's good side. But the birds you remember from earlier in the story who are friends with Cinderella, we're not about to have this. So while the sisters were walking to the castle for the wedding, the birds flew down and picked out their eyes, completely blinding them. So Disney decided to leave a lot out, but believe it or not, there's a story that goes even further than the Brothers Grimm version. The story of Cinderella actually originates in China. In addition to this, there's also a story that goes back to like 50 BCE. If you want to know those, I have those all posted over my Instagram reels. And let me know what story you want to hear next.